Namaste, hello everyone. This is Aruna Patki, doctor of Ayurvedic medicine. Today we are going to talk about all these delicacy from our garden, which is a medicinal garden. I think you can say. Think about all these veggies are coming right from the garden, fresh, 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 and this is happening for our very special client who came all the way from Atlanta to understand the basic principles of Ayurveda, to understand what are the logics of the nutrition, what to cook, how to cook, what to combine, what not to combine, the way of cooking, the way of mixing, the way of transforming the food in the form of the cooking. So she wants to know everything from the Vedic culture or from the Ayurvedic culture or Ayurvedic medicine or Ayurvedic science. Okay, so we just plucked up all these vegetables from the garden, and I'm going to explain what they are. So this is called it as a Patra leaves. Okay, Patra leaves, this is like a very common, this is a little bit itchy in the throat, so you have to add a lot of sour thing along with it and a little bit of jaggery to satisfy that itchiness or the irritation. For only few people will suffer with that, so there is a trick of cooking this vegetable. Okay, so this is called it as a Patra leaves, or here in the west they call it as the elephant ear, but this is not the elephant ear. Elephant ear is an ornamental plant, it's not the edible plant. Okay, all right. And then we have these beautiful things. This is called it as a sage. So we have sage. These are the western herbs. As we are located in North America from last 20 years, we are so used to the local plant, local food, local vegetables, and local everything. So be local, that is the law of Ayurveda or the fundamental of Ayurveda. Adapt the nature. What is Ayurveda is the theory totally based on the theory of the five elemental concept. So here is the sage. We have basil. This is also basil. Then we have another herb, caraway herb. This is a tarragon plant. Okay, so these are tarragon leaves. Okay, then then we have thyme here. Again, oh my God, you can't even know the smell of these herbs because they're uplifting my mood and uplifting my energy. They are so aromatic herbs, and imagine when you're adding this into your food, what is going to happen. So you're going to bring a lot of natural intelligence or natural qualities of the food through the form of the food inside when you're cooking, and that is going to work as a kind of medicinal food. Okay, so and then this is a kale, a fresh kale from the garden. Again, we have some kale leaves we are going to use in today's cooking. Okay, and we have cilantro. This is a coriander. The mother of the coriander is called it as a cilantro. So this is a cilantro. If you see, there are seeds on the top. Can you see that? Yes. Yes. Is the seed visible? Yes. Okay. All right. Then we have the very famous everything. A lot of people, we use this in our food. Can anybody guess what this is? This is a mint leaves. Okay, and then we have spring onions from our garden. Okay, and then we have curry leaves, which is one of the heart of the Ayurvedic cooking, the soul of the Ayurvedic cooking. I can say that. A lot Indians love this plant, curry leaves. And this is why they use, because it has a nice digestive effect on the body. So it is very good to use it. Okay. Then we have Ajwain leaves. Ajwain, that is called it as a carom seeds plant. This is a mother of the carom seeds. And then we have the moringa leaves. Moringa, shevaga. So this is the moringa from the plant in my garden. So this is a moringa leaves, but at the same time, I'm going to show you how the moringa fruit looks like. So there is a vegetable behind that. Can you get, no. You just get the bag from there. Behind it, yeah, that one. And we have, this is what the moringa fruit looks like. So this is a moringa fruit, and that's some moringa leaf. And this is the one of the good vegetable Ayurveda uses in the form of the food to lower the weight in the body. So this is if you see the size and shape of this plant, right? So it is used to deplete the cholesterol from the body, remove the toxins from the body, fat dissolution, dissolving the fat, opening the canals. So this is one of the best medicinal vegetable to use in the day-to-day practice. Beautiful for cutting down anything in the body. So this is very good. Okay, so this is the moringa leaves and moringa fruit. So now we are going to show some of the variations what my client is going to do, cook for herself at her home. So I'm going to show you how to mix some of the things as per her constitution we are doing it, but you can just understand the logics of the cooking here. So we had the little millets here, pro-boiled little millets. So I'm going to use one part of the little millet. It's also called it as a samai. Okay, samai grains. And then we have some soaked dal, which is called it as a red lentil, masoor dal. So we are going to use it. I'm taking one part of each, and we are going to make some khichdi out of it. So my client has certain conditions in her body. So this is happening what is most suitable for her prakriti and vikruti, which she is going through. So we are going to make some variations of the khichdi today for her. So first thing, when you wash this and drain out the water, you saute it for 2 to 4 minutes before you put it in the pressure cooker. Okay, so but I'm going to skip that because it is going to take some time. Okay, but what you do, because we have a lot of dishes to cover up, so I'm just going to show. So 4-5 minutes you saute it, because your main intention is weight loss. My intention is not weight loss, so I can use it as it is. But in your case, as you are suffering with that specific challenge, you are going to saute it before you cook it. Okay, all right. So
what does the saute do? Is it
lightness?
okay?
It's going to make it more easier for your stomach.
Okay.
Okay. So all right. So we washed this for 2 to 3 times. Okay. So now I'm going to make some other variation of the khichdi, which generally all the Indians knows. So we are going to do so one part of the rice. Okay. And we will add this. You can use the another lentil here. So you can use the you can use the moong dal without the skin, moong dal with the skin. This one also splitted with the skin. Or you can use the tur dal, which is a pigeon lentil. Or you can use I think this is good enough. Or chana dal also, a little bit like the chickpea, splitted chickpea. You can also use that. Okay. So I'm going to add one part of it. I'm not going to measure everything with the hand because I'm not used that measuring teaspoon, tablespoon. But it's very simple. One part of this and one part of this. I'm just going to guess it. One part. Okay. If you are new to the cooking, you just measure it one part. Okay. And I'm going to wash it again 3 to 4 times. Okay. So I will wash this. Are you getting it, what I'm doing?
It's okay for me to ask questions in here.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I just didn't know.
Yeah, absolutely. This is your time. If you ask me to dance, I will also dance. Because cooking is all fun. It's a lot of healing.
I sometimes put music on.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And we can chant our
So-
own mantras or
yeah.
anything what you like. Generally, when people are cooking in India, in the villages or things, you will see that ladies are singing or when they are cooking or they are rhythmically doing some chants or mantras. So cooking is a lot of healing. When you are doing a mindful cooking, it's a lot of fun. Okay. So we washed it. So we have 2 variations here. Now I want you to come on this side and observe it from closely from here, and you can be on the other side if you don't want to be in the camera. Okay. So yeah. So I'm going to get the. I will do this. will move this for you so you can use the for writer.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So now we are going to add some of the herbs and spices in this one, okay? So I'm going to cut a little bit of ginger. As we are using the rice here, rice is a little bit heavy. Again, you are going to saute this also for 2 to 4 minutes, okay? But our intention is very specific. Our intention is to lose the weight. So I'm going to use the nice ginger into it so that let me just chop a little bit of ginger. Okay? So you know how to cut and chop
Yes.
ginger and
What do you think of this? So, my mom in my family, you know, she uses ginger all the time,
that's good.
right? Because of just jaw and in the cooking. So what she does is she gets a lot of ginger root like this, and then she puts it in the food processor. She doesn't peel it. She just cuts it up and then puts it in the food processor.
If it is from the farmers market, you don't have to.
Yeah. She usually gets from the Indian store.
Yeah, and for the Indian store, it comes from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So that's why I remove it because it's the root, and I don't want anything from that.
Okay.
So that's why I remove it. But again, if you are growing in your own garden, you don't need to remove the skin. Because
she will put it in the food processor and it's all shredded, and then she freezes it flat. And that's when she can just always go to the refrigerator and just get the ginger as she needs it. Is that okay, or like you're saying you don't want to? It loses its browning a little bit, right? Okay, so it's better not to do that. Okay.
Okay. And you are lucky to have some garlic leaves from the garden. So these are the. And now I pull it out, all the garlic, but this is the garlic leaves. If you want to smell it, you can smell it.
Oh wow, yeah.
Okay.
All of this
smells
so good right here. Oh my god.
Okay, so let's do some funny part here, okay? So I'm going to add some of the herbs and spices in it so that she can make some variations at home. It's a lot of thing I have seen her a lot of frustrated with the food concept. So I'm just going to make her simple so she can play with the things. She can do the same thing at home, 2 to 4 variations, because in America we have a culture. Many of our clients, they cook once in a week and they dump it into the fridge and then they eat the same food. Even in my American culture, my American clientele, they tell we cook on the weekends and we freeze it, I believe, and then defreeze it when the day they are going to eat. So there are a lot of different variations of the cooking in this country. So just do the best what suits you the best, okay? Because it's your journey, and Ayurvedically, this is the way of cooking, okay? So I'm going to cut the garlic in small pieces. And this is a fresh garlic from the garden, okay? And you have smelled it.
And so, can you get garlic leaves in the store?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So go look for the local person, nursery person. He always has the roots for it, and you just put it in the ground. It will come.
Okay.
And I always go on the top, and then the end of this is in the front door.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
drying.
Okay.
Now I'm saving that for my use,
Okay.
home fresh. And then I can use some of the kale leaves in this khichdi, okay? Because you want to lose the weight. Again, we are coming to your weight concept. So I'm going to just wash it because it's coming from the garden. Okay.
Okay. And you used about 2 garlic leaves.
Roughly. They're like a tablespoon of fresh garlic leaves.
Yeah.
And a bowl of the kale, fresh kale. Okay. So I'm going to put this kale into this. And now, if you want, we will add all the herbs, spices in this one, okay? The dry spices. So we can use some dry spices. And I'm going to add a little bit of, as rice is a little bit of kapha producing agent, I'm going to use some of the mint because mint depletes the kapha. So I'm going to throw the mint leaves, okay? As it is, you can break it, you can do whatever way you want to play with your food. Okay, so this is going to be in one khichdi. Okay, now you have another herb. So let's do some ajwain in the other herbs. Ajwain in the another plant. Ajwain is a rich of iron, okay? It's a very digestive, carbonative, vata balancing herb. So Ayurveda praises Ajwain like a god in the food, okay? So I'm going to use this Ajwain here in the second khichdi variation, okay? How simple it is. Are you getting stressed out now?
Not at all.
It's simple.
Very
Again,
simple. It's
very
so
simple.
It's so beautiful.
It's simple, it's easy, it's doable, okay? It's just like managing some of the time. This is also from our garden. This is cilantro. So I'm going to just cut some of the cilantro here.
You said Ajwain reduces vata?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a vata balancing herb. Okay. And then I'm going to create some heat in both of the food. So I'm going to use a natural ginger. Fresh ginger, cleaned, washed, and I'm going to throw some of the chunks here and some of the chunks here. Did I count it? How many are they? It's just a 1 tablespoon. I did it in the both.
Yeah.
1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon. Okay. Now I'm going to do a very simple thing. That I'm going to add some of the dry intelligence. Now we added the wet intelligence from the herbs, right? Now we will do the dry intelligence. That means we will use the turmeric and okay, I need a lot of this when I'm cooking. Okay, so we are going to add the dry spices into this one, and in the dry spices what I'm going to use So now these are the dry herbs we are going to use, okay? So this is turmeric. We are going to use turmeric, and we are going to use the pink salt, and we are going to use asafoetida, hing, okay? So these are the 3 things going to be common in both of them. So I'm going to add some salt because later on we will be adding some water into this, right? So I'm just going to add a tablespoon of salt in both of them. But I use very less so that I will not bump fast, you know. So that's a good way. And I keep all the spoons very small. So look at this spoon. Okay. Then I'm going to add the turmeric. Okay. So nice. It's not a pinch of turmeric. Look at the quantity of the turmeric what I'm using here. Okay. And then I'm going to add a little bit, squeeze a little bit of asafoetida here. So asafoetida. So now here is a place. What you can do, you can make some tadka of something and you can put it.